Good evening and welcome. We begin tonight with developments surrounding diplomatic messaging ahead of a major political event in Japan. United States President Donald Trump has publicly declared what he called a complete and total endorsement of Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi as the country prepares for a snap general election scheduled for this Sunday, February 8th. The statement, delivered through Trump's social media platform Truth Social, has drawn attention because it is uncommon for sitting American presidents to make open endorsements in foreign electoral contests. According to the report, Trump has taken similar actions in the past, having previously expressed support for Argentina's Javier Milei and Hungary's Viktor Orban. The endorsement comes at a significant moment for Japan's political landscape. Takaichi, 64 years old, assumed the office of Prime Minister in October, after winning her party's leadership race, and then securing backing in Parliament. With the upcoming election now imminent, Trump's remarks place an international spotlight on her leadership, just days before voters are set to head to the polls. The article notes that his comments were made public on Thursday, emphasizing their proximity to the election date, and underlining their potential diplomatic weight, rather than speculating on electoral outcomes. In his Truth Social post, President Trump wrote that Takaichi had already proven to be a strong, powerful, and wise leader, adding that she was someone who truly loves her country. The language of the post is described as unequivocal, reinforcing the description of the endorsement as complete and total. Such phrasing marked a clear expression of approval, distinguishing it from more cautious or neutral diplomatic statements that often characterize relations between allied governments during election periods. The article also places these remarks in the context of an earlier high-profile meeting between the two leaders. That encounter is portrayed as a notable diplomatic moment, accompanied by striking visuals. During the visit, Prime Minister Takaichi was shown standing aboard the United States aircraft carrier USS George Washington, while President Trump addressed thousands of American service members and spoke favorably about her leadership. The imagery of the event is described as breathtaking, underscoring the symbolic nature of the setting and the prominence given to the meeting in public view. Trump's support for Takaichi is linked in the report to his broader approach toward Japan's role in regional security. He has expressed a desire for Tokyo to assume a greater share of responsibility for its own defense. This stance is presented as one that aligns with Takaichi's position, particularly at a time when public backing within Japan has been growing following increased investment in defense. The article frames this alignment as part of the background to his endorsement, without suggesting any outcomes beyond what is directly stated. During that same visit, the two leaders exchanged compliments and finalized an agreement related to rare earths, according to the report. Takaichi, for her part, is quoted as describing Trump as a partner in the new golden era. She also praised his role in efforts to bring peace to the Middle East, remarks attributed to coverage by the BBC. These exchanges are presented as part of the official record of their meeting and are included as factual elements of the diplomatic interaction. Trump later expanded on his positive assessment of the Japanese Prime Minister. He said that he had been extremely impressed with her and noted that both nations had made progress in cooperation on national security as well as on economic matters. The article situates these comments within the broader regional environment, stating that the endorsement was issued at a time when tensions in the area were escalating. It further notes that his declaration came just one day after a telephone conversation between Trump and China's leader, Xi Jinping, adding a chronological detail without drawing conclusions beyond the timing itself. The report concludes its overview by pointing to the broader diplomatic challenge facing Takaichi as Japan's leader. It states that her tenure represents an important moment in how she navigates the sensitive relationship between the United States and China, identifying China as Japan's largest trading partner. This observation is framed as a description of the context in which her leadership is unfolding, rather than as a forecast or analysis of future developments. Taken together, the article outlines a sequence of events that includes a public endorsement by an American president, previous meetings marked by symbolic settings, signed agreements, and statements of mutual praise, all occurring against the backdrop of an approaching Japanese election and ongoing regional dynamics. The focus remains on what was said, when it was said, and how it was presented publicly, without extending beyond the information directly provided. As we move forward, we will take a closer look at the details behind these developments, including the circumstances surrounding the endorsement and the diplomatic interactions referenced in the report. Stay with us as we continue in Part 2 with the first half over deeper breakdown based strictly on the facts outlined in the article.